In the last video, we discussed the basics of normal distribution and also continuous distribution. In this video, we're going to focus on solving problems. So here's a problem. Basically what it says that a company, a farm, has apples and the mean weight is 220, sigma is 27, and they got 4,500 apples to process. And here are the things. They classify into three categories: small, medium, large. For small, between 150 to 180 grams is small. This is medium and this is large. So what we're going to do is find the probabilities of each and then multiply those ones to the number of apples available to find in each category how many apples we have. So this is it. So first let's focus on how many small apples. So what I've done is I've drawn a picture here, and you should always draw a picture. It's always very helpful. You can never go wrong once you draw a picture. So here what we have is our small apples, medium apples, and large apples. So how do we go about doing it? Well, like we discussed in last video, we're going to find the z-scores from this point to that point, then this point to that point. We find the two areas and take the difference. So let's start the process. Here is my Z150, there to there. And here is Z180. You can call them anything you want to really. And we use this formula to compute the z-score like in last video. And here they are. Z150 will be 150 minus 220 divided by 27, the standard deviation, which is 2.59 negative. Now remember, negative means we are below the mean. Otherwise, it has no meaning. Below the mean, negative. Above the mean, positive. That's all there is. And Z180 is minus 1.48. Simple calculations. Now we have these areas from the table. Okay, how do we get these ones? Well, we discussed earlier. So let's go to the table here. There. So the z-score was suppose 1.48. So that will be 1.4 and look for 8 there. So 1.48 is right, 0.4306. That's how we can find it. Similarly, you can find the other z-score also. So there we are. 0.4306, 0.4952. So basically we are saying is that area from 220 to 150 is 0.4952, and from this to that is 0.4306. So what will be this area for small apples? This one. Well, obviously it will be a difference of this one, this minus that. And we are done. Of small apples is 0.4952 minus 0.4306 equal to 0.0646, 6.46%. And how many apples we have? Well, you can say 6.46% apples are small apples. Out of how many? 4,500. So it is there. 291 apples are in this category. And we do the same process to find the medium and large apples. Very similar. So let's move on to our next topic, which is medium apples. And here, once again with the same picture, small, medium, and large. Now we're going to focus on this one. Once again, we find the z-score from there to there, find the area. Z-score from there to there, find the area. And then add them, because this plus that is the total area. So let's go to the z-score process. Z250 and Z180. And this we already found it already from last part here. And here we are. This is 1.11, which is 0.3665 from the distribution table. And this one is, like the last one, 0.4306. And now we simply add them up and we get our score. There we are. This plus this equal to 0.7971. So this one plus that one equal to 0.7971. And that's how many apples we have percentage wise. And what's the quantity? Multiply by 4,500. About 3,587 apples are medium-sized apples. How many large? Well, large is interesting. Okay, let's go to large apples. Okay, so how do we do that? Well, remember, we already have the z-score of this area and the area. So what will this be? 0.5 minus that. This is 0.5, 50%. If we know this one, I can figure this out. So that's all there is. So we have again have the z-score of 250, which gives an area of 0.3665 like in the last one. And what will this be now? That will be 0.5 minus 0.3665, which is 0.1335. And there we are. So 13.35% apples are large. And that number will be now 601. And we're done. So we know how many small apples, the probabilities, how many medium apples, and how many large apples. Once you draw a picture, it becomes very obvious. So now let's go to Excel. Now Excel gives area from the negative infinity, from the left side. Always keep that in mind. Even for other distribution like t-score, etc., Excel always gives you from the negative infinity. So with that in mind, it's back to our picture. So in Excel, we use a function called norm_dist. Right there, norm.dist. How does this work? Well, 180 is the point of interest we have here. 220 is our mean. 27 is standard deviation. And 1 is always there. The 1 means cumulative. That means you're going to find the area from there to that side here. If you put a 0 there, 0 means you're going to find height of the function, which really kind of meaningless for us. So this portion here, we find the area from 180 all the way to negative infinity. Then we find the area from 150 all the way to negative infinity. So 150, 220, 27, 1. Take the difference of these two, you get 0.0645, 6.45%, which is this one here. Now, if you recall, when we did by hand, it was slightly different number, which is okay because we are approximating there. This is exact number. Similarly, area for the medium apple, we're going to find area from 250 this way, 180 that way, take the difference. And there we are. 250, 180, the difference is 79.75%. Again, this one is a bit different from our hand calculations. And the last one, large apples. Now, this is a bit different. Why? Because what we did was we found the area from 250 all the way to negative infinity and subtracted that from 1. And that gives us this area. Other than that, we are done with this video. There's nothing more to it. Everything is, we have covered, literally, everything's covered, except for the cutoff point, which is the next video.